Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys.
How's everybody doing tonight? Good to see everybody.
Tell me you can hear me.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. Still got that stuff
I
popping on
know,
the
I
screen.
don't know. All right, well, I'm assuming you can hear us. All right, let's see who we got here with us. We have, well, back to the beginning. All right, we have PSV Odyssey. Hi, good to see you guys.
Hey, now.
Seagull Media, Meg's
Hey,
Fun
Seagull.
Time. Hey, Meg. Meg is the very best moderator in the history of all lives. All right, let's see. We got Moonlight Adventures. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Lisa
Josh.
Chauvin. Hey, Lisa.
Lisa, back from her cruise.
Girl, we had so much fun watching you. You guys look like you had an amazing time. The Traveling Mannings. Hey, guys. I think that's Gary. Gary, I hope everything's going well on your work trip. Jonathan Short from the Six Traveling Shorts. Hi, guys.
There's
SCT
Todd.
Travelers.
Todd Donnelly, the
Cruise.
world's best Facebook group
The
admin.
Cruise World. So excited to have you guys tonight. All right, so I think we said hi to everybody. Go cruising is fun at any time. Hey,
Thumbcat.
Thumbcat, yeah. Have luggage will travel.
The Cruise World. Hey.
Have luggage will travel. Do you see what we're wearing? Oh, I can't really see what you can see his.
I got something in the mail today, guys.
Yeah.
It's one of them form-fitting shirts from Louisiana.
That's the best kind. Traveler Bust, SCT. Okay, I think. Oh, hey, Vicky. Moonlight Adventures. We're so glad y'all came. Eddie
Hey.
Lugo, my second favorite Eddie. Leonard Family Fun. Thank you guys so much. So, what happened right before?
Here we go now. Laura's going to make her cruise news debut. She wants to do a breaking cruise news story. I'm letting her in my wheelhouse for a minute.
I might outdo him. Yet to be seen.
Here we go.
So I just got an alert on my phone, and this is not happy news. Hey, Parkers. Apparently somebody, 50-year-old female, doesn't say what cruise line, on snorkeling in the Bahamas today, unfortunately was attacked and killed by a shark. Again, it doesn't mention what cruise line. Just says a woman in her 50s, snorkeling in the Bahamas, and unfortunately a shark attacked her, which is why I will only go up to I know, Leonard Family Fun, it's horrible. I don't like hearing that because I already am, a little bit iffy about wanting to go in the ocean as is. And I know the chances of that happening are pretty rare, but now I'm like probably up to my knees. That's all I'm doing because I can kick it. At least if I'm up any further, then I lose my mobility and I can't defend myself as good.
You watch those shark movies, that doesn't work.
Ooh, and we just did. Ooh, it's sad news. It's sad news.
Yeah, that is sad news. All right, well, you did okay.
I did all right.
All right.
I'm not as good as Eddie's cruise news, but it was my first time, okay. So what can you do?
I'm trying to fix this camera. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, we are today. I finished our uploading the last of our Carnival Magic Bermuda trip from 2 weeks ago, and it was our first attempt at trying to do a legitimate day-by-day vlog. And it was kind of a tough one to try it on, guys, because we had our sons with us, and we usually cruise alone, and we were really having a lot of family time, and decided to turn the cameras off and quit recording for a little while here and there.
They only get to cruise like once, maybe twice a year. So the priority on that cruise was really to have fun with the boys, to make sure that the boys are having fun. So we could have done better than we did, but we'll do better.
We ran into another issue too, is it was a bad cruise to try doing the day-by-day thing because there's only one port.
Yes.
And Bermuda. And we had a snafu. You got to be prepared for the unexpected, right? So there's a power outage in Bermuda day one, which was the night of Harbor Nights. So if you guys are familiar with Harbor Nights, that's the street fair. I think it's the summer months in Bermuda. In Hamilton, downtown Hamilton had no power. So that kind of blew up our whole plans for that
Yeah,
day.
because that day we were planning on just hanging out on the ship and hanging out at the pool while everybody else got off, and then getting off, going spending the evening at Harbor Nights and vlogging that experience.
We were going to do 4 or 5 hours on
Mhm.
Hamilton Street for Harbor Nights and get all that footage, and that didn't happen.
But not only did they not have Harbor Nights, but they were out of power, so there wasn't really any reason. You couldn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, there's nothing to do.
So we just had to stay on the ship.
And then
night.
day 2, we had an excursion. We got a lot of footage with that. It was a minibus tour. And then day 3, we'd already saw it. So it was just an odd one. Usually, you know, when you go on a cruise, you're going to go to 3 or 4 ports on a 7-day cruise, and there you're only at 1. And it was beautiful, and we learned a lot about Bermuda, but our vlogs are up, and that's the point.
Yep.
We did day 1 through 4 separate. I did day 5, 6, and 7 as one, and then we're going to do our final thoughts wrap-up vlog. We are tentatively planning to record that one Thursday, and if we do, you know me, I work fast. I'll have it up by Friday. So we had
a couple more people join us. Philip Newkirk. Hey, Philip.
Hey,
MGM
Philip.
Family Travel. We said hi to the Parkers.
SCT Adventures.
Yep, MGM. Hey, guys. So happy you're with us tonight. So we are super excited about the guests that we have tonight. We've been watching them for a while.
I looked. We joined their group, their fan club on Facebook in August of 2021. Yep. And the thing that really struck me about the cruise world is how professional they are. They are just so they are so professional, and
I gotta ask Mark, like he's had to have been on the radio before or something. Like he
went to Spec Howard's or something. He went to broadcasting school,
because he's like smooth as butter on a roll. Like he's a natural.
Oh yeah, and then they're editing and stuff. Like I said, I wasn't joking. I did a vlog earlier this week, and I said, you ever run into someone that does what you do, and you watch what they do, and you go,
wow, I suck.
Damn, I suck. I should just quit. That's how I feel after I watch
they're
him.
Next level. And Stephanie, when you meet Stephanie for the first time, like on the vlog, like she's just so natural and just herself. You're like, I could be friends with her.
Yeah, well, you know, and when Mark is doing off his smooth talking, who's working that camera and getting all those angles? You know, they're a great team. They work awesome together. And Mark's interviews are he interviewed cruise director Lee and Savannah, and I watched both of those, and they're great. And we've had the pleasure to sail with both of those cruise directors, and we're friends with both of those guys on social media as well. And it's
not that easy to nail them down for a few minutes to get them to interview. So.
I don't think Carnival would trust me alone with cruise director Lee or anybody. They'd be like, no, Eddie, we see how many drinks you had today on the drink package.
You're a little loose, we're not going to allow that.
You should see me with Ryan Rose on the last cruise. I was half in the bag, and I did a quick interview with him, and it was a fast one, and we were both laughing really hard after that. I think that's on day 2 of the Bermuda, day 2 or 3, the Bermuda Chronicles.
All right, so before we bring Mark and Stephanie in, I want to gush about them a little bit more, because I don't want to put them on the screen and embarrass them, but I do want them to know that Stephanie, you were so awesome on Deal or No Deal. I don't know if you guys watch it. If you have not, I'm going to tell you this. Go watch Stephanie on Deal or No Deal. They just posted that, I don't know, a day or 2 ago. I'm not going to tell you what she won, because then you won't go watch it. I'm going to tell you that she played that whole game from start to finish like a rock star. And I was yelling stuff at the TV, like, do this or do that. And everything I said, she did. So Stephanie, we're like, okay, because you were listening to me. And I had the best time. And my mother-in-law was watching it, and she was like, oh my God, amazing. But I'm not going to tell you what happened, because you need to go watch that. That was amazing.
And before we get going, one more quick one. I don't even know, is Josh in here? Where's my Louisiana buddy?
I saw him in there.
He's in here? Okay. Yep. We did. We got our shirts from Have Luggage Will Travel today. And I'll tell you what, the best part about this cruise vlogging stuff, because we just started last August, right? And we thought it would be cool. We'd make friends with people that share a love of cruising, because none of our friends really understand it. You know, they think we're just nuts because we're always cruising. Our kids love it,
yes,
but they can't afford to cruise with us all the time, and they're all grown except for one. But making friends like we have done with many of you in this chat right now, in this live, that's the best part of it, of all of it.
Yes.
It means everything to us. We're not in the travel industry at all.
Nope.
We're just in this 100% for fun.
Yep.
And yeah, so anyways,
so much
thanks
love,
for the shirts, buddy.
Thank you.
You got some
all right,
coming.
Mark and Stephanie, are you guys ready? Give us a thumbs up. All right. Bring it in. Hi. Oh, hold on. I'll fix it.
Yeah, I think the problem is you spoke so highly of me, it was hard to get my head into the
No, sir. You are a real deal. Like, honest to God, I'm not kidding you. We were watching one of your vlogs, and Eddie and I looked at each other and we go, we suck.
Yeah.
The important thing is that you're having a good time, and if you're cruising and you love it, it comes across.
It really does. Yeah, and we can tell that you guys love it so much. So we have a list of interview questions, but before we get into that, Stephanie, I want to talk to you about that Deal or No Deal, but we're not going to tell anybody what happened because they need to earn it by going and watching it.
I like it.
But were you nervous?
Oh my gosh, I was. So I actually had bought 4 of the cards, one for me and Mark, and then one for our 2 younger kids.
Yeah.
So, we're going, and all of a sudden the numbers are coming across, and I'm like, hey, and then I'm like, Mark, that's your card. And then, but it had my name on it because I purchased it. So I'm like, oh, great. Like, I don't like to be center of the action.
You did not
go up there and do it.
It was funny because the vlog right before that I watched, Mark was teasing you and saying, and anytime they want to pick, anybody for a game show, and then he showed you go back in the bush, and I thought that was hilarious, and I was laughing. And then the next vlog is you on the game show, so I thought that was so cool. But girl, you did not look in any way, shape, or form nervous at all. You looked like you were like strategic. Like there was strategery going on there, and I loved every way you played that game. And we'll leave it at that because people need to go watch that vlog.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right.
You ready to get into the questions?
Let's do it.
All right.
Hey, wait, before we get into these scripted questions, how long have you guys been in Michigan?
Other than my 5 years in the Army, I've lived in Michigan my whole life, and so
born and raised here.
All right. Well, that was one of the questions, so you're gonna have to answer it twice.
Well, I didn't see that one.
It's in there.
She's our organization person. She does all that. I was just wondering, being a Michigander, we've both been here pretty much. Laura lived out of state for several years, but she was born and raised here.
Yeah, born and raised, and then from my 20s to probably my mid 30s, I bounced around states quite a bit. I was married before Eddie, and my ex was in the military, so I was bounced around in the military with him for a little bit, and then I ended up in Florida, and then ended up moving back here to Michigan, and then I married the love of my life. It's such a sweet story. Oh, yeah. It's so sweet.
Here you go.
So that being said, though, we have been in Michigan her whole life, just about all my life, but in a year and a half, we're making the move to Florida. So
yeah,
where at in Florida?
Central Florida, in between the ports.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
See, we had a plan, and we were thinking about making that move ourselves because I'm remote. I can live anywhere. Eddie is going to be retiring from 4. He can retire in 3 or 4 years.
2.5. 2.5.
Oh,
I'm counting every minute. Yeah.
Well, he can retire in 2.5 years, and we were going to head that way ourselves. But we have too much family here. His mom lives with us, and she has family here, and she's like, I don't want to move. So
it's something we'll end up doing later. Yeah, later
it's
on.
coming. So we'll need you to scout out the neighborhood for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on down and visit. We're hoping to have an extra room. So
man, we'll move to the same town as you. And we'll make all those Florida people upset. These people from Michigan are taking over.
Oh, they're taking over.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Michigan people there, though. They're really
sure.
All right. So this is about you guys. So who went on the first cruise? Was it together? And whose idea was it?
All right. So I went on a cruise in 2007. That was my first cruise. It was the Disney Magic. We got together in 2010, and I think it was my idea, right?
Yeah.
Since
I've never been on a cruise.
Since I had cruised before, we decided that we would try a cruise together, and it was the Carnival Destiny in 2010, right? 11?
10.
2010.
2010.
Awesome. Okay. I'm going to start putting some of these comments on the screen here because, Mark, you got people.
I can do
You got people thanking you for your service, and I want you to see that.
It was my honor to serve. Thank you, guys.
So these questions are for both of you. And then after this segment, we're going to go into rapid fire. Okay. I got this from you, Mark, because you did this. You rapid fired. I love it. Can I borrow it? Like, I don't want
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm giving a thumbs down to MGM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's not happy. I'm flying to Miami this weekend for a cruise. So.
Oh, you're not going with them?
No. I'm staying
I'm
home.
sorry.
I still love you, Bill and Lucy.
Yes. I don't know how anybody couldn't love them. They're amazing. All right. So what made you get into vlogging? What inspired you and how did that come about?
All right. I'll start and you can tell the second half. So I when I was in high school, I was that guy, video camera everywhere I went. Out of school, to answer your questions and to confirm what you had said, Eddie, I did go to Specs Howard School of Broadcast Arts.
I knew it, buddy.
Give me some love. Don't leave me hanging. You knew it.
Specs Howard just passed away this week. But anyway, unfortunately, I wanted to go all video, but they used the same equipment, same textbook as my high school had used. I was really bummed. So I focused on the radio side while I was there. But I never ended up getting a job in the field. Ended up going a completely different direction. And then
about 4 or 5 years ago, our daughter decided that she wanted to do a YouTube channel. So Mark was, recording her like reading bedtime stories and making cookies. And from there, he's like, oh, let's do a family channel. And then from there, it became, oh, hey, we're going to do a travel channel. And then it just became, the cruise world.
That whole thing rekindled my love of video production. And as soon as I started to get into it, my daughter's like, yeah, you can have it. I'm done. So,
this just popped in my head while you were talking because you're so good. You're so good and comfortable. And, the average Joe and I don't know, Julie, the average Joe and Julie, we stumble a little bit. We don't, it takes a while to get comfortable in front of the camera and, to learn how to make your channel just look so great. And I guess that's part of the learning process. But at some point, Mark, you should have a channel where you teach vloggers how to do this. Like, honestly, I would sign up for that in a heartbeat.
Well, I
know
appreciate
a lot of people would.
Yeah, once we're down in Florida, and I will be focusing on on YouTube and the social media stuff full time. And I mean, there's a lot of things that I would love to do, and that could be one of them. I love the tech, and I love editing, and I want to dive more into that. And if I can share tips and tricks and things that I learn through that, that's definitely a possibility.
That is so one of your callings.
You know what, Mark? If you tried to train myself and Josh from Have Luggage Will Travel, that'd be like trying to herd cats. It really would.
That could be done. You saw the commercial, right? Oh, it wasn't Ford, but you saw the commercial. You can herd cats.
Yeah, I did see that
That is
commercial.
true.
Yeah.
But I promise me that when you do that, I'm your first phone call because I want to be the first to sign up for that.
Oh, no problem.
I'm serious. Like you would be amazing at that. All
That's
right.
awesome.
So Eddie already asked you this, but were you born and raised in Michigan? Yes, you were. So I'll skip that one. But Stephanie, were you born and raised
Yes.
in Michigan? Okay. And the next question is, what cruise lines have you not sailed, and are you planning to sail them soon?
So I guess the two big ones in the U.S. that we haven't sailed are Princess and Celebrity. And we definitely would like to sail those. It's, probably 2024. We'll hopefully get on board those two lines. As far as the U.S., your main U.S. lines, and for you, Disney.
Yes.
She wants to sail Disney. So
I'll tell you what, celebrity, y'all.
Yeah, they look amazing.
I mama likey.
I was worried about Celebrity. I thought I'd be a little too rough around the edges for those guys. But I'll tell you what, those guys in Martini Bar, the Martini Bar on Celebrity is the big leagues, and
Yes.
the Alchemy Bar is the minor leagues.
Yeah,
and,
I love
and
Alchemy.
Alchemy's trying to beat a Martini Bar, but the Martini Bar, those guys are professional, and they do not take themselves too seriously.
No.
They're flipping those bottles and doing all this stuff.
They
They found
got-
out I drink beer, and they went to the casino bar to keep that bar loaded with beer for me because I was the only one there drinking beer.
And listen,
Nice.
they're like all those little metal drink things that they shake the drinks up in. They had like 20 of them all in a big, huge like rainbow. Okay. And he's standing on top of the bar and he's dancing and stuff. And he's shaking them all up. And then he bends over and he pours them all. And yellow stayed in yellow and red was red and blue and green. And they were all, and I was like, whoa, like
Yeah.
I had so much fun. It
There's-
was so fun.
It was a riot. The food is the buffet food was so good. It blew my mind. It's like, you know how mashed potatoes are at buffets? It's usually not very good, right? Their mashed potatoes were awesome. And I tried them 3 different times, 3 different days to just see if maybe I got lucky once or twice. Consistency across the board. All the food was very consistent. And we don't like buffet food. And we ate buffet food a lot on that cruise that we're on. We booked another one. For any of you guys out there curious about Celebrity, you can come cruise with us on the Equinox. I think it's September 30th of 2023.
So what has you guys curious about Celebrity?
The ships, the Edge class ships look amazing. And we really want to, we love Carnival, we love Royal, but we've sailed now with MSC and Virgin and Norwegian a few times. We want to see them all because we think that each of them have something special to offer. And I really want to sail with Captain Kate. She's a rock star.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned at the Martini Bar, I saw a video of her doing that with, they taught her. So
Yeah.
she was doing that as well.
She's really cool. She really is.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I can't wait to do it again. All right. So, do you have a favorite cruise line?
I'm gonna say it's got to be Carnival.
Favorite cruise line, I think for me, engaging with the staff and the people on Carnival, that would be my favorite. But if you ask me just to book for the ships,
Yeah.
I would go Royal.
Yeah.
That's my feelings as well. We're in the same team there, Mark. I love the atmosphere Carnival has with their crew. Their crew is encouraged to have, be friendly and have fun with the guests on board. Now we mentioned this on a previous live. We met a bar server on the Vista and got to be pretty good friends with him because we were on a back-to-back, and he was awesome. And he told us his brother did the same job on Royal, and they were discouraged from being too personable with the guests, whereas Carnival encourages it.
Yeah.
So that's why I like it.
Yeah. So if you want that experience on steroids, try Virgin because they're not only while they're working very personable, but they come out on their off time and mingle with the cruise.
My God.
with
I
the
would
cruisers
love
as well.
that.
That would be really
All right,
cool.
you sold me on that 100%.
We definitely want to do. We like you. We want to try all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, favorite cruise ship.
I think overall it's going to be the Wonder of the Seas.
Hands down.
Yeah.
There's just so much to do. It's just such a different class of ship than what we're used to. Like Mardi Gras on Carnival is great. I'm excited, for the celebration. But yeah, those Oasis class ships, the Wonder.
They're
it's
next
just-
level. They are.
Oh yeah.
We did Harmony of the Seas back in 2019, and
It blows your mind. And then we have
we have Oasis of the
in
Seas
December.
and June with How We Cruise,
Yep.
and that Julie is an average.
That Julie is superb.
She's above average, Julie.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I couldn't think of a girl name with Average Joe. I'm sorry, Julie. Forgive me. All right. So favorite sea day agenda.
For me, it's going to involve trivia, maybe some time in the casino.
You always look
some
for a
shows.
scavenger hunt too.
I do like scavenger
So-
hunts.
Relaxation. Sometimes I'll even do some, go through the photos that I've taken and do some editing on that. But we're kind of trivia nerds, so we gravitate towards that. And then the shows. I don't really go out and lay out in the sun. That wouldn't work out very well for me, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
So we're very entertainment driven. We try to get around to the things that are going on the ship and just soak up everything that we can.
Yeah, I love that.
Except the sun, because it's not good.
Do you think, Stephanie, do you think that people cheat in trivia? Because I do.
Absolutely.
There's no friggin' way that you got 29 right, Beth.
It's 20. Ain't it always 20?
You didn't get, I know you watched the Golden Girls, but you did not get 29 out of 29 right.
Well, you know what's funny is
Oh, go ahead.
I was just to say I've only done it once, and I did it. And it was like some kind of, I forget the category, something like
It was odd laws
or something like that. And I had 12, and I won with 12 out of 20. I won with as the only, and I'm not a game guy like that. I like games where you got a potential of getting hurt. Then that's more fun for me, or I can hurt you, just in the name of fun. But no, seriously, I got 12. And I'm like, going, man, I'm an idiot. I missed 8, and then they go, who got 9? And the hands started getting small, fewer and fewer, and it got to 10, 11, and they got 11, I go, I got 12, and no one even had 11.
Listen, I was so excited because
so I retired.
I wanted that ship on a stick so bad, and I was so excited. I think I yelled "woo" and did like a lap around our table.
I retired. I won't play any ever again because I retire a champion. So it'll be like the Detroit Lions if they win a Super Bowl.
Right?
They can just quit and be done. That's me. I was like, yeah, and I've got my one ship on a stick, and I'm done.
Yes, we're done. All right. So
a lot of times when we've been on Royal, they'll have you just swap your answer sheet with a neighbor. That keeps everybody honest. It's very easy. It's not, how easy is it to just, write the answers in when they're saying it? And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't have integrity, and they want that. I mean, I want the golden ship on a stick too.
Yeah.
But not that bad.
No.
They should take your phones from you.
Yes.
When you play trivia.
You should put them in a basket.
Yeah, they should
or at least make you put it out on your table.
Because I see this when I'm walking
Yeah.
by Ocean Plaza. I see people looking at their phones during trivia.
I
So,
mean,
When our kids stop by, she's like, "You got to put that phone away. Put the phone away."
Yeah. Right. You don't want to be accused of cheating. All right. So favorite cruise director and why?
uh-oh.
Oh,
Don't
gosh.
get in trouble.
Our last 3 have been amazing. But I think for me, I have to go with Lee. He's got a cool accent.
Yeah.
But he is so personable. Like, I just want to walk up to him and give him a hug because he gives off that like comforting vibe. But I don't know, he's so cool. I really like Lee.
I do too.
And I agree. We've had the pleasure over this past year to sail with like Carnival's top tier of cruise directors, Flying Scotsman, Kindle Fire, Donkey, Savannah, Lee, and I'm gonna go with Lee too. It's just they've all been great, but he's on another level. And I mean, I don't know if he'll tell you this, but I mean, I would call him my friend. We've talked a lot behind the scenes. He sends me messages sometimes saying, "Hey, I just watched this vlog with my mom," and and it will comment. I'm like, that's amazing. He's, some people, and I'm not going to name any names here, are great cruise directors, great entertainers, but they're not. But that's a persona for them.
Yeah.
It's not really. It's not who they are when they're off stage. But for Lee and I'll say Savannah too, and even Donkey, those are the 3 that I've really gotten a chance to sit down and chat with on a personal level, and they all just blew me away. But if you're gonna make me pick, I've got to say Lee.
I agree with that.
We cruised with all of them except for Donkey. We didn't get a chance to cruise with Donkey, but we have been around Lee twice.
Mm-hmm.
We sailed with Lee on the Panorama and on the Mardi Gras. The week he was being trained by the Flying Scotsman when they were doing the changing of the guard. And
he was working so hard.
Yeah, and you're right, Mark. He is personable. He is authentic. That's what Lee is. And Lee, and you're right about his voice too, Stephanie. He could come on the radio and tell you, we're about to sink, and he'd make it sound enjoyable. Like,
it's all good.
Well, it's going to be pleasant.
Just mosey on down to your lifeboat.
Yeah. He's just got that just really, and he's funny even when he's trying to be hard. You know, when he's going about, you must do the muster drill. Hurry up and go do the muster drill. We really need you. It would be really nice if you do the muster drill. He don't sound like the rest of them to come on. They're like, we're not going anywhere until you do the muster drill. He can't do that. You know, he's just.
And you know, his social media presence, if you tag him, he always responds.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just, I agree 100%. He is, everybody else should be trained by him.
Yeah, we interact
amazing.
with him all the time too. He follows this channel. He follows all of our accounts.
Yeah.
He leaves comments. He just, I don't know how he does it. He's incredible. And I agree with you, buddy.
We talked about that last year, and he understands that you know you need to be interacting with the people on the personal level, and that's very important to him. And he's doing a hell of a job at it.
Your interview was really good with him,
it was
too.
so good, yeah.
And Savannah, we were with Savannah the week she took over for Kindle
From
Fire.
Kindle Fire, yeah.
We did a back-to-back. We had Kindle Fire and then Savannah. Talk about
That's
awesome.
both worlds there, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Kindle Fire is just wild.
Yeah.
And then Savannah, she had her own style about her, and she's really cool too. So
yeah, she was out and about talking to everybody. And
another reason why Carnival is so good is because of the guy.
I never
because of their cruise
interacted. No,
directors.
I've been on a lot of Royal Caribbean cruises, but I've never face-to-face interacted with the cruise director. So that's a point for Carnival in my book.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean that's one of the things that I think about with Carnival is very cruise director driven, and if that's not your thing, then you can still go on Carnival and have a great cruise. But for us, we like interacting with the staff and especially the cruise directors.
So much fun. Okay, so best excursion you've ever done.
You want to go first?
Sure. So on our honeymoon, we did a Mediterranean cruise, and one of the stops we went to Pompeii, and then after that we went and climbed Mount Vesuvius, and just being able to do those things, it was amazing. You know, things you read about in history books, and
that's amazing.
It was awesome.
For me, I'm gonna choose an excursion we did on an Alaska cruise, and I think it was Skagway, right? I think it was in Skagway. We got on a helicopter, flew over amazing scenery, and flew to a glacier where we touched down and we went dog sledding, and that's something I will never forget.
That is amazing. Wow, I've never done anything like that.
I got a disclosure here. That excursion cost just about as much as the cruise did.
I was thinking that had to be pretty pricey.
Yeah, it's something that I don't regret doing for sure. It's we did that in 2015. We've been lucky enough to do a lot of amazing cruises with a lot of amazing excursions, and that one still stands out for me as my favorite of all time.
That's awesome. I'm not sure how you can top that, to be honest. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. All right. So, what would you tell someone that's considering to cruise but are unsure if it's the right vacation for them?
Cruise curious, I call them.
Yes, the cruise curious.
I would say try it. You never know, and you're never going to know unless you go. If you want to start out with a short 3 or 4 dayer, go for it. The cruise is something that you can make exactly what you want it. You know, no two people have to cruise the same way. There's a lot of different ways to have an amazing vacation on a cruise, and you're only unpacking once and visiting several places.
Yeah.
And also people who are like, oh, I can't afford that. You guys are from Michigan, so, you know, we've got a nice shoreline.
Mm-hmm.
During the shutdown, Mark and I, we actually did a road trip, and we went to different lighthouses. You know, we stayed at some
not so
boutique
great
hotels, some Airbnbs, but we spent more on that 1 week doing, you know, visiting spots in our state than we would have to take a cruise.
And that's when the gas prices were low.
Yeah.
We went to Traverse City, guys, in June for a weekend, and it was $500 a night at Grand Traverse Bay Resort, and $500 a night. And you know, then we were paying for we ate like we were on a cruise ship. So we spent a lot of money on eating, and we had a great time, but it was expensive. We did 4-day cruises for far less than what that two-day weekend trip was.
And when we went to Vegas for 5 days.
Before cruising reopened in March of 21.
My God, we could have went on 3 cruises.
I told Laura we were looking at the COVID
and we didn't
stats.
even gamble.
we looked at the COVID stats across the country,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh my gosh, the lowest infection rate is in Nevada. And I've never been to, Vegas. So I
Like,
said, why don't we go to
Vegas?
Vegas? So we flew there. A 4-day trip cost us thousands of dollars because the buffets weren't open.
No.
You had to use that. What's that app called?
The Open Table.
Open Table
Yeah.
app to schedule all of your meals. We ate at that Eiffel Tower restaurant. We ate at Joe's Prime Steakhouse over at Caesars. We were having $300 dinners, on every night there, and it was crazy.
It was so fun though, but again, we could have went on 3 cruises for what we spent.
Yeah. So we made it a point before we did that to keep all of the receipts because I wanted to see, because we knew we were going back to cruising as soon as we could, and I wanted to see how it compared, and no comparison at all.
Yeah,
Cruising blows the way.
It is crazy. And well, before we get to that, you guys, people watching might not know this, but you guys had something kind of bad happen to you on your most recent European.
Yep, on the Wonder of the Seas trip, right?
European family vacation. On your cruise over there. You want to tell us about it?
So we did our Wonder of the Seas cruise. We got off the ship. We had a couple days in Italy, and then we were getting ready to hop on the Odyssey of the Seas. And we had to do testing 2 days before, and Mr. Mark here tested positive.
And did you not have any symptoms, Mark?
I had a little bit of a stuffy nose. If I was back here at home, I would have been going to work. I never even would have tested had I not been getting ready to go on another cruise. I never lost my smell, my taste. Never had headaches or any other symptoms. I started developing a little bit of the stuffy nose after we spent probably a good hour and a half to 2 hours in the ice rink on Wonder of the Seas. We got there early because I wanted a good seat, and then we stayed all the way through the show. So, when I woke up the next morning with a little bit of a stuffy nose, I didn't think anything of it. But man, yeah, tested positive. I was stuck in a horrible hotel. The only one that had the availability to keep us the whole time we were in Italy.
So how many days were you?
9 or 10. 10 days. Luckily, we were able to catch the same flight home that we had. So
that worked out. And your travel insurance reimbursed you too, if I remember correctly, right?
Well, I'm going to do a video on that when they finally pay out. I spent a good 45 minutes on the phone with them today.
That's a good video because none of us really, I don't know, a lot of people understand the process and how easy or difficult that is.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to scoop you on that. Sorry, buddy.
No, we will definitely watch because I'm curious.
I'm hoping it'll have a good resolution. I'm not sure. They may have mentioned I'm going to be on a cruise next week. But when I get back from that, if I haven't heard from them again, I'm giving another call and I'm going to try to escalate it up. I know they're backed up. I'm sure they have a lot more claims than usual right now, but it's been long enough.
Yeah. Well, that's the movie Aaron Brockovich. The insurance companies are told to tell you no 3 times before they agree to back your claim. So we all know how they like to get their premiums, but they usually want to give you a hard time when you file a claim. So
the squeaky wheel always gets the oil. So you gotta keep going.
All right.
So
sorry about that. I didn't mean to hijack Laura's interview.
Yes.
But I am a fan, and that proves it because I actually interacted with you on that. I was asking you about that. Yeah. I can't remember if it was on Facebook or where it was, but I was asking you when you were over there if you're going to be able to catch your flight home, and you said it was going to work out.
Yeah, luckily we did, because that would have been a huge expense that that the insurance should have paid for. They didn't have to. But it would have been a headache too.
That could have been disastrous. The hotel cost could have been disastrous to somebody that wasn't as prepared as you guys were. So I'm so glad that you were okay and that everything ended up working out for you.
All right.
So we're going to do rapid fire.
You might want to stretch out a little bit.
Yeah, you stretch.
I'll let him go.
Ready?
All right.
So we're going to start with Stephanie, and we're going to go Stephanie, Mark. Just Don't
And you're
even
lucky.
think. Just
You-
pop out the answer that first just pops in your mind. Okay?
You guys are lucky because you understand the Michigan accent.
Yes.
I don't think our folks in the South could do it as fast
Which,
as we're
by the
about
way,
to
do
do
you ever hear that? Does people think you're from like Minnesota or something?
No doubt about it.
it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, ready, Steph?
Yep.
Okay. What's your favorite season?
Summer.
Okay. What's your favorite animal, Mark?
A lion.
What's your favorite
Oh.
color?
Blue.
What's your favorite food?
Burgers.
What's your favorite word?
Wait, don't say the F word.
Yes, you could say the F word. You could say the F word. That's my favorite word.
Fun.
I like
You mean
to
fun?
use the word jackhole.
Oh,
I like it. I like
Nice.
She says it to me all the time.
I do.
What word, Mark, do you hate hearing?
No. She says that one to me all the time.
Honesty. I like
I
that.
was thinking you were going to say moist. Everybody hates moist.
I that was the first thing that popped in my head because that's what everybody says. But
Yeah.
I love a moist cake every now and
You
then.
know,
Me too.
I disliked the word moist before disliking the word moist was cool. Okay.
Hey, you eat some dry cake and then tell me you don't like
That's
moist.
very true. That's very true. All right, we're at Stephanie. What word do you have a hard time pronouncing?
Worcestershire.
Girl,
Yeah.
me too. Me too.
We know what you're talking about, though.
Mark, who do you text most?
Probably her. I don't really. I try not to text a lot, but probably her.
Stephanie, who's your hero?
I mean, it's either a toss-up. It's either Mark or my mom, actually.
Oh, that's sweet.
Mark, where did you go on your last vacation?
We went on the Vista, so Cozumel, Belize, and Rotan.
I love the Vista. Stephanie, what's your go-to pastime?
Games, video games, games on my iPad.
Mark, what's your favorite subject in school?
It was video production.
I can see this. Stephanie, what city did you grow up in?
I grew up in Highland.
Yes. Mark, what city do you live in now?
We live in technically Fenton, but it's more like Heartland.
Okay. Stephanie, what's your favorite body part?
Clavicle. Actually.
Nice.
Nice.
Glad you didn't ask me that.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that would have been odd.
Mark, what's your favorite word in another language?
Favorite word in another language. Bonjour.
Oh, I like it. Stephanie, what's your favorite dessert?
Key lime pie.
Good one. Mark, what's your favorite breakfast?
Biscuits and gravy.
Oh, man.
All right, Stephanie, if you had to change your first name, what would you change it to?
Sabrina.
I like
I
it.
can do that.
Mark, name a four-letter word that starts with the letter B.
Bike.
Yes. Stephanie, what's your favorite type of weather?
Sunshine.
Very good. Mark, what is the best non-curse one-word insult?
Douche.
I was thinking that. That is the best. Okay. Stephanie, what has been your favorite age so far?
30.
So long ago.
You're gonna get hurt, buddy.
What is your go-to lazy dinner?
Well, every dinner is pretty lazy for me because I don't cook them. But probably I know that meatloaf. She'll throw that in the crock pot and make it that way. So
That's pretty yummy. That's pretty yummy. Okay. Stephanie, what is your favorite thing to do in the summertime?
I like to go walk and enjoy nature. I mean, in Michigan, we got to take the nice weather when we can.
Girl,
Stop.
that is
Stop.
the truth. Mark, how often do you floss, honestly?
Is my dentist listening?
No.
Let's just say probably not as much as I should.
Agreed. Me too.
When I eat corn.
Yes. Popcorn.
Oh my goodness.
Popcorn. That gets me every time. Stephanie, what is one of your nicknames?
He calls me Boo Bear.
Oh.
Aw, you guys.
Work or play, Mark?
Play all the way.
I don't know who would ever answer work. Love or friendship, Stephanie?
Love.
Money or happiness?
Now listen. They say that money can't buy happiness, but it can at least rent it.
Yes.
I'm already
yes.
happy. Give me the money.
Thank you. I am
Amen,
on
brother.
board with
Amen.
that. Stephanie, cats or dogs?
Cats.
Mark, summer or winter?
Summer for sure.
Right. Morning or evening, Stephanie?
Evening.
Salty or sweet, Mark?
Sweet.
Do you watch shows one episode at a time or do you binge watch whole seasons, Stephanie?
I can't remember what happened the week before, so I like to binge watch shows when I can.
Yeah. Do you shower at night or in the morning, Mark?
It really depends. Sometimes both. It depends on what I have going on the next day usually.
Yep.
What time I've got to get there.
Stephanie, would you rather fly or have super strength?
Fly.
Mark, would you rather find your dream job or win the lottery?
Win the lottery. I mean, I've already found my dream job because being able to be in a position to just go on cruises and make videos is a dream to me.
Amen. Amen. All right, Stephanie, physical strength or mental strength?
Mental strength.
Until you can't open that jar of pickles.
That's just got Mark for.
You just bang it on the counter.
That's true. Or get the spoon and top the top with the spoon.
Uh-huh.
Let me interject real quick. I had this jar of jalapenos that I don't know what was going on with this. I worked forever to open it, and my daughter, who's 12, was like, "Let me see it." I'm like, "Whatever." And I swear, she opened that thing. I'm like, I must have loosened that thing. That was
never.
moment.
You're never going to hear the end of that. Never.
That's
ever,
that's a standing joke in the trades. We'll say he's about as strong as a 12-year-old girl. And not judging you, buddy.
Stephanie, are you more of an introvert or an extrovert?
I am an introvert all the way.
A night out or a night in, Mark?
You know what? Usually a night in. As long as you have the right person, a night in is always good.
I'm with you on that. Expensive presents or homemade presents, Stephanie?
Homemade presents are okay if they're for my kids. Otherwise, expensive presents.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you answered that honestly, because everybody would say homemade. No, I mean not unless like you're super gifted. Then yeah, you know. But expensive presents, heck yeah. All right. So Mark, do you kill bugs you find inside the house, or do you take them outside and let them go?
I definitely kill them.
Yeah, I spray them with hairspray so they can't run away. And then I throw shoes at them from across the room.
She doesn't touch bugs.
I do. I actually take that back. One time I was working and a spider landed on my keyboard, and I went and I got my 73-year-old mother-in-law to come and kill the spider.
Yeah,
and I am not ashamed of that at all.
She lives with us. And, honest to God, when I asked her to marry me, one of the conditions she said is I have to promise to kill all the spiders.
Yes.
And
he complains about it, but he doesn't.
That is one of the things I'm not looking forward to in Florida is the new host of critters and bugs and stuff. But we'll
that
deal
stuff
with
down
it.
there can kill you, Mark.
Listen,
the spiders here.
When I lived in Florida, one day I pulled into the driveway. I was getting out of the car and I went to walk in, and there was this black snake on the sidewalk, like in my walkway. And I looked at him like, "You're going to have to move." And because I need to get in the house, and he slithered away like he understood me. I don't know. Try talking to him.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff down there in Florida. It's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what? Nothing crazy. I lived there for 3.5 years, and I saw a snake one time. I've seen a snake in Michigan. I can't tell you how many times. You know what I mean? So it's not that.
I just saw the comment from Have Luggage Will Travel that I agree with completely. I will take humidity over snow any day.
Oh.
Amen.
Yeah, it's
You don't
funny,
have to
Mark.
shovel humidity.
Those guys.
listen,
The guys in the
Mark-
South always say that. They're like, you don't understand heat. I'm like, Heat's uncomfortable. Cold kills you.
Yes, it
Cold-
hurts to breathe.
cold will kill you.
Yeah.
And my mother-in-law, Stephanie's mom, she lives with us as well. And it's the snow shoveling. I mean, I feel bad sending her out there to shovel the snow. So she's going to come to Florida with us.
Oh, that's so sweet.
He's a sweetheart.
Okay, I forgot who answered the last one.
It was
What
Mark.
was the
It
last
was
one?
Mark. Okay.
It was Mark.
It was Mark. Yep, you're right. It was to kill the bugs. All right, Stephanie, do you prefer driving or flying?
Oh, flying for sure.
Mark, would you rather travel to the past or to the future?
I think I would rather travel to the past. I'm hopefully going to be around for a while to see the future, but there's some people I'd like to visit in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you prefer social time or alone time, Stephanie?
Sounds horrible. We have a YouTube channel. I like my alone time.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy socializing, but most of the time I just kind of chill and
I coax her into it, and then she feels great at it. But
Well, that's the beautiful thing about it is that you can turn it on when you want and you could turn it off when you want. So you get the best of both worlds, really. All right. Are you more of a thinker or a doer?
Mark.
It's Mark. Yep.
I do think a lot, but I often do before I think. So we'll say a doer.
I mean, you can't get reward if you don't take some risks, right?
There you go. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission, right?
Absolutely. Stephanie, street smarts or book smarts?
book smarts.
Mark, do you learn by watching or learn by doing?
By doing, for sure.
Stephanie, fresh food or fried foods?
I'd like to say fresh, but the fried calls to me.
Yes.
I would take the fresh food and fry it.
Broccoli fries, right?
Broccoli fries.
Yeah, they got broccoli fries.
I like
fry-
green bean fries.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
zucchini fries. They fry the fresh stuff now. All right, are you more cautious or more bold?
Bold.
All right, Stephanie, cannonball into the pool or dip a toe in first?
I dip a toe in first, but then he comes and kind of shoves me in. So
I can see this. Would you rather sleep in late, Mark, or take a long nap in the middle of the day?
I'm usually up early, even when I don't want to be. But as the older I get, I am enjoying those afternoon naps. So
That is rapid fire. We went through all the questions.
You guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome. That was a
and
lot of fun.
the best place to take an afternoon nap is on an inside cabin where it's cool and dark.
So, I want to ask you a question about that because I'm very claustrophobic. And on all the cruises that we have been on, I have always insisted on a balcony just so that I can feel like there's air around me. I am not the chick you want to get stuck in an elevator with, okay? Stephanie, do you feel claustrophobic in there at all? Like, talk to me about that. I can do more cruises if I just do more interiors.
Mm-hmm.
So our first two cruises, like I'm that girl. Don't be stuck in an elevator with me. Like we've done some excursions where I've had to back out because of claustrophobia.
Yeah.
But our first two cruises, I was like, we need a balcony because I was a smoker. And
Yeah.
congratulations, I know you just
Thank you.
hit your mark.
Yes, 6 years.
You could cruise or you could smoke back then on the balcony. So I was like, I'm a smoker. I'm claustrophobic. And then on our 1 year anniversary, Mark surprised me with a 3-day cruise. And we walk in, it was an interior room.
Surprise, an interior room.
Yeah.
But it had a curtain on the wall. So it like tricked my brain into
Yeah.
thinking there's something there.
Yeah.
And after that, I realized that, it's not so bad in here. We're not spending a whole lot of time in here. And, then when we were booking more cruises, I'm like, well, dang, it's a lot more to have this balcony. We don't spend time on the balcony really because, we don't drink coffees. We're, not doing things like that.
The balcony room comes in more handy for us for that like extra desk and couch for me to put all of my equipment on. When we're in a balcony room, it's almost like we have to make it a point. Okay, we need to go sit out there for a few minutes so we can say we use the balcony.
We hardly use it. We really do hardly use it.
We try booking interiors. Every time we do it, we end up upgrading to a balcony. but we're going on our first interior cruise on Oasis in December. But we have balconies on the Dream in 4 weeks, and are you guys going on the celebration on the 21st of November?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, yep. We got a balcony on that one too.
I got one more question for Stephanie about that. So Stephanie, you wake up in the middle of the night and it's like super pitch black, like they say that it is in those interior rooms. Like you don't have a moment of panic in that, like in that dark.
No, so we actually take a nightlight that we plug in. So in the bathrooms up above the mirrors, there's like an outlet you can plug your shaver in, your electric shaver.
Yeah.
And we just plug a nightlight in there and we leave the bathroom door cracked a little bit. So when you get up, although there has been time or two when I get up in the middle of the night and I come out and Mark's standing there and scares the heck out of me. But otherwise it's not too bad because also there's that crack of light underneath the door.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I got to get my mind there.
We've also had people tell her just leave your TV on with the forward camera or one of the views,
like where you could see outside. Yeah. And if he can't handle the TV being on, I could totally.
Well, I could on that, but she'll watch his. Oh my God, Mark! She watches these paranormal shows. I
have to sleep to either ghost stories or murder.
Well, the Travel Network, the programs are real low. They're like, and then there's a ghost and this happening, and the commercial comes on. This might cause rectal bleeding. At 2 a.m, I jump. What is it? It's a commercial. I got to turn the TV off because.
And then as soon as he turns the TV off, I'm like, what? I'm wide awake.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I can't.
One of the real bummers. I'm sorry. One of the real bummers about the Odyssey too. I mean, the Odyssey was a cool ship. There were a lot of things we were looking forward to, but we had one of those virtual balconies in there, and we booked it because we wanted to check that out.
Yeah.
So that was another bummer that I screwed up.
So are you guys do you follow Zach the Traveling Man?
I do not. No.
Okay. Write that down. He is all about celebrity cruises and he has done the most amazing vlogs on the Apex, the Beyond, on the Edge class. And he's great. So you got to check him out.
I think he is on
he's on a cruise right now.
But it's like a Royal cruise. I think he's on Royal right now.
He does other cruise lines, but Celebrity's his favorite.
Yeah,
that's his specialty.
He fell in love with Celebrity like last year. Yeah. And he is like a food critic too.
Yes.
Like, whereas I couldn't get as big as I can be if I was as critical as food as he is.
I'll tell you though, I mean, he's very honest. I appreciate it, but I'm just not very picky.
But
he's got high standards, but he's great. You'll love him. Zach the Traveling Man. If you're interested in checking out Celebrity, I really highly recommend
he's a solo cruiser.
Yep.
And for you guys that don't know him out there, and I don't even think I think I might have spoke to him a couple times. Laura, the funny thing is Laura watches more vlogs.
I do. I'm the vlog fan.
And I'm sitting there putting content together and always working on the next thing, and I don't catch all the vlogs, but they play in the middle of my sleep. So
I'm watching him while he's sleeping.
She has it playing like all night long. I'll wake up and Jay goes, "Well, hello there. Check out my sock of the day." And I'm like going, "Jay, don't be waking me up, buddy." And I turn him off, and it makes me feel bad because he's such a nice guy.
I wanted to say, I mean, kudos to getting vlogs out on a cruise you were just on. I'm like 5 cruises behind right now. I probably put 30 to 35 plus hours in a week, at the computer, doing social media stuff. Whether
500 uploads, Mark, 500 uploads in the last year. He's OCD about it.
But the difference is Mark is doing he's
high quality.
He's Picasso,
yes.
And I'm the guy that paints your house.
Yes.
That's the difference. I sling paint, and he's an artist, man.
True story.
My theory is I'm going to just keep cramming out the content, and eventually I'm going to get good just because you have to if you do it enough times.
And you will. I mean, and that's the thing for a lot of people that want to do a YouTube channel or start. They don't start because they see other people that maybe have been doing this for years, and they say, "Well, I can't do that." That doesn't matter. You're going to get there as long as you're getting a little better with each one. Yeah, that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
Well, and the thing too is we start off. We're just going to document like our cruises for our kids. We have 6 kids between us, and we thought we've been married. It'll be 6 years in January. So we were looking at we're on borrowed time here.
Yeah, we're old.
We're the oldest. We're the oldest
We're
vloggers.
one of the older vloggers.
Yeah.
I'm 50. I'm about to
I've
turn
got an
51, and he's 53.
I've got an art card.
So I think we got at least 10 years on everybody that we hang out with.
I'm gonna start the silver
You
club.
don't have 10 years on me.
No?
No.
Well,
Anyways, yeah, so we started doing that, and then there was like a bunch of like misinformation about COVID protocols back like in August, and I did a vlog like getting kind of in detail about the ongoing COVID protocols at Carnival. We were getting ready to go on our first Carnival cruise was post-pandemic in August last year. We sailed only with Royal prior to that, and that one did really, really well. And then I had people telling me, "Oh, I loved your cruise news." I'm like, oh, I hate to call that cruise news. And then I looked at the analytics, and everybody that was watching our channel was going to Tony's channel and Don and all the cruise news guys. And I'm like, well, maybe I should do cruise news.
And I'll tell you this, we have a lot of growth to do in our day-to-day vlogging and documenting our trips, but Eddie has nailed the cruise news. He's got that down. He does a great job. I'm very, very proud of him.
She's too kind.
But listen, I hate to cut you off, honey, but I want to respect their time. And Bill and Lucy on MGM are getting ready to start their live. So I always try to end it right at an hour because I know everybody wants to go over and support them. So I want to thank you guys so sincerely. This was a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to do a video.
Yeah, we definitely want to hang out with you guys when we get on the celebration.
Yes,
I'm gonna look for you. You guys part of any group cruise on that one?
No, we're just as soon as that came available for booking, and we realized that we could go with the kids.
Yeah,
we'll have our two younger kids on there with us. So.
Awesome.
That is awesome, man. Yeah, we're not part of any group either. We did the same thing.
Sharon at Sea did a group cruise, and we didn't know, and we booked it ourselves. So we're gonna try.
Yeah, we were already booked on it when Sharon at Sea announced that. So I mean, I know I definitely have to have a drink with Jamie at the.
Yeah, you know, I saw you doing the sidecar, and you're going, do I have to drink the sugar part? I get the sidecar with none of that stuff on the top. Yeah.
No, that's the only reason I get the sidecar is that stuff on the top.
Because you like the sweet stuff. Yeah.
All right,
buddy.
Thank you so very much, you guys.
I'm gonna buy you a sidecar or two on the celebration, buddy. I promise you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. It's sip, sip, slam. That's how I do them.
Nice.
I saw you. I watched you do it on live. It was recorded, but I saw you with big old Jamie. Yeah, he's one of our favorites.
Yeah,
we love that guy.
Him. We can't wait to meet all those guys. So thank you, everybody that stuck around. And if you are not subscribed to the Cruise World, which I cannot imagine that you are not already, but anybody watching this in the future, go subscribe to the Cruise World. They are amazing. We learn a lot from you. Thank you for your friendship, for hanging out with us, for everything that you do, and for the future vlogs of teaching us how to be better vloggers. We appreciate it. And
thanks for making me feel like I suck every time I watch you. You are awesome.
That's you
awesome.
doing that.
No, I don't. Right, it's like watching Michael Jordan. You know?
I
can't dunk like that. Yeah. I'm not going to try to.
Please stop.
All right,
you guys have a great night. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
See you next week. Bye.
Great night.